It's cleaver time!
This is Alliance. Of course, both of these teams, as mentioned, weren't able to make it through to Division 1. But we'll get an extra bit of a cash bonus. Money here. So, T, what do we make of the drafts? We heard from the panel, they seem to kind of like what Alliance got, and especially what they managed to finish up with, getting Charlie on his slot.
I think when you look at lineups, Alliance's lineup is one that is stable. It can play all points of the game. It has presence in all points of the game as well. So I think Alliance should be happy with what they have. And on the flip side, D2 Hustlers, very skirmishing type of lineup. The fluidity of Ember Mirana, it's always go for pickoffs. Same thing for Drow, go for this Shad play plus Yasha or something. Dragon Lance, you're always joining your team as well. So I feel like D2 Hustlers, coming off of the back of that that loss that prevented them to get to Division 1, they've picked a very fun lineup that can just play quite nicely. Fall victim to the eventual wall that Alliance and Keza was mentioned draft that Alliance can build up.
Sure.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, and coming into this game as well, considering how we've seen both teams play today, obviously both coming off the back of the loss, but would you say out of these two teams you feel that one of them is playing a little better out of the performance so far today?
It's hard to say because I feel like Naspa had such a grasp on both of the games that they played that we didn't really get to see. I think D2 Hustlers showed us more of a comeback potential.
The battle begins.
So I think I'd put D2 Hustlers slightly ahead, but from today at least it's actually quite even.
Let the win here in this final game. Better spot on the board. And yeah.
Of course, for D2 Hustlers, can't forget that this is the team that doesn't have any organization support. We've already spoke to Alex in interviews about how every result is so important. Getting to Division 1, trying to get that sponsor is critical for their team.
Have been denied.
For the players doing this, so obviously not being able to win the tiebreakers hurts a lot. But this series, of course, is $4,000 is going to help a lot for some of these players in the run up to the next division.
No,
so
for sure.
In no way is this a just tap out type series for this team.
Absolutely not. And in terms of both of these teams going forward to playing again in Division, you imagine both squads will come back and sort of just continue to work on the strengths that they've built up in this first Division 2 for both these teams?
I'd like to think so. I think the best thing that a team can have is stability, as long as the players get along and there is that kind of camaraderie built up within the team between all 5 players. And I don't really know the teams on a personal level, but if that is a thing that they've already accomplished, it's just the kind of the Dota aspect that they're trying to improve on, then for sure I'd love to see both of these teams stick it out and show us how they can improve upcoming tour.
This top lane definitely feels like it's pretty strong here, the Slark and the Tree. Happy to punch into Davai, Lama and Alex if they get too close.
You don't really pick Pango to win lane, that's for sure. Like Pango off lane, it's a really fun off laner if you get like a cheap kill. Like once you get one kill, your lane can snowball. You get Wraith Band, you get Corrosion, Mana Boots, and all that. Already, they're getting that kill.
There we go, that's the kill we're talking about there, T, and not just any old kill, it's a first blood.
And that's a big one. I already look at his stats. He's buying Blightstone, double Mango Tango. Like I feel like I played enough pub where some mind control offlane Pango just like kills me once in lane, and I hate the lane.
Charlie, you jumped in for this. Hey, got the stick charges. Fine.
And a fairy, yeah. But it is rare to see Pangos actually get the kills. It's so hard. You're a pretty level dependent hero as well. It's why you naturally see a hero go mid. But yeah, a little bit of a blunder on the safe lanes from Alliance, giving a bit of breathing room to what should be quite a weak lane from Hustlers.
That'll save him. Alex.
Look at the resources, and I think eventually Hustlers will have to concede a little bit in this lane if they don't ship out the necessary regen. Because every time Alex shows, Handsken throws out that grasp, already preventing him from entering the lane. And same thing for Davai. He's not actually entered the creep wave for the last game or two, right? He's just been playing on swashbuckles and looking for kills. kill. Handsken has one objective, and that's just to punch Alex in the face.
Other side of the map. Shad 0, S4 4. I mean, does this lane get to a point where they'll be able to sort of bully S4 out of this, or is S4 going to be followed down here?
Drow to Tide naturally drow in most matchups, so I think S4 will eventually get kind of pushed out a little bit, unless ponlo and his Hoodwink is able to find some nice setups to pressure the drow. Hoodwink's a really good hero at enabling melee offlaners to go against the kind of counter picks that normally get played against, just because you have a lot of kiting with blow with your Acorn shot and the stun of the bushwhack. But yeah, so far I think Shad's having a pretty good.
I'm not opposed to taking the occasional bounty.
The thing is, the drow never actually like kicks the Tide out of the lane. It just, as long as the Tide has good resource management, both just kind of exist.
Heading and grab the wave. About Shad. It's in on him.
No lane pulling shenanigans that we get to see. Time. Well, Ed will be pretty happy that we have power double wave for issues. Top lane Charlie. Down to half HP once again. This lane's going really well for Hustlers. 21 CS to the Bangalore, 21 to the Slark. In no way has this Slark been shut out of the game, and nor have they fed away any cheap kills like he
That
could
was
have
a
happened to
bird.
get some trim. So yeah, Ritual's laning phase for Hustlers so far.
Dire are scanning.
Don't be angry.
Got a fair bit of regen. Feel able to step up every now and then still.
Cool thing as well is like this Ember versus Leshrac in the mid lane. The volatility of these heroes, I think 6 minutes is a crucial point for either hero. If any of them gets like a haste rune and has the mana pool, they'll suddenly break out onto the map and start making these big plays. And we're not yet seeing any supports on either team rotate towards this mid lane. So Ember should be able to get the rune by himself, throwing a run to one side, actually just going for a kill instead.
Straight in. When? I mean,
10
one more
seconds to the
slight
rune.
fist. One more slight fist will do it. There it is, just on the edge. Mirage with the solo kill in the 1v1.
That's massive, honestly. And then he sees that there's no rune top, so he walks to bot lane. And yeah, I mean, I clicked on him, saw he's about to hit 6. Like, uh-oh, is he going to go for the runes or is he going to go for the kill? And instantly, that killer mentality on Mirage gets that solo kill.
Yeah, DD in the bowl. Lovely one to have here for the Ember Spirit.
Already a 700 net worth lead from Ember to the Leshrac, and then the Slark has a 200 or 300 net worth lead to the Slark. That is insane start from Hustlers in their mid and off lane.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Playing Shad and Angel. From Alliance, gonna get in on this. They'll get the catch on to Angel, and they'll step in towards Shad. Goes for the Gus TP play, and that will save him. Nicely done there by Shad.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
The
attack.
Alliance realizing that they can't play top lane, so they bring the support down to bot, try and give Charlie as much XP as possible. Look at Charlie, shows himself for a second and already getting forced out.
Dire's
This is not the
middle
start
tower
that the
is
Alliance
under
wanted.
attack.
No, it's going to take some time here for the Slark to recover.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
Gigabyte
tower
Lama's
He's
is
got
under
decent
attack.
CS, but you know, he's getting bullied out the lane. He's not going to never easily find the 6.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Unlike to
fortified.
get it before like Davai Lama with the next waves will have it 6. Definitely real threat that just could pose against Thunder.
And the key difference in these lineups is Alliance, they want to play a strong laning phase, set a formation where it's like, we farm here, and if you enter this, we then kill you. They don't really like playing behind, where they have to throw out spells to save each other. Lark doesn't really provide the damage. Tree and Tidehunter are enabling heroes, and then you're relying on Hoodwink and Leshrac to do everything.
Tithe to the
So when you're
impurity.
playing from behind with this type of lineup, it does feel really difficult, and items are your best friend, so time is your friend.
Dire's
For us,
top
is
tower is
you
under
get an early
attack.
lead. Ember and Pangolier, these are often heroes that we talk about in the mid lane that break games in the first 20 minutes. Now that they've both had insane, there is a window where there's very skirmishes, and just do everything. But you know, Davai Lama might get picked off.
Yeah, good catch there from Ponlo.
Really important from Alliance. Like the way that I was setting up this this narrative, it felt like Hustlers could have just hit a stride. So any key core kill right now will help Alliance alleviate pressure. So yeah, nice moves there from Ponlo and Charlie.
What a fun games connections. Down bottom.
Silent.
Step in, Ravage onto Shad. TPs are coming in to help Shad out. So he'll still go down. Fights here from Alliance. Bottom.
I mentioned the need of I mentioned the need of getting kills, and suddenly they killed Pango and Drow in a matter of seconds. Super important kills.
Double Lama. Let's go for
That's what
S4.
the ancestors give
A
me.
lot of creeps.
So there's no chance of the arrow coming in to get the connection. So S4 some smooth moves here. See the rolling thunder. The other walk this one off. Mirage come in, gets the catch onto Handsken, so they'll get one kill out of this, but they won't get S4.
Is how you plant it.
It's safe.
Incredibly awkward gank there. The fact that Morello's was trying to arrow through multiple creeps wasn't really the angle, and on top of that, you're jumping a Tide Hunter with only a couple of stuns to your name with 2-point Kraken. It probably would have got dispelled at some point. Yeah, very optimistic from Hustlers, but I see why they're trying to make the play there. They need to out this Tide Hunter from casually farming their jungle, because imagine if Lesh is farming Dire jungle, Hyde is farming Radiant jungle, and on top of that, everyone else from Alliance is just chilling, running around the map, farming whatever they can, right? Like, that's where net worth built from. So I can see why Hustlers are just throwing these spells out randomly. It doesn't even matter if they don't kill him. It's more just a deterrent of, if you stay here, next time we'll bring 3 heroes, and then you will die. Just forcing Alliance to show a little bit of respect. Multiple pauses coming out here. First was lag, now was sound.
Check issue.
Luckily, Alliance are at boot camp. One guy's got an issue there. Someone on the team, surely a tech kind of guy, right?
They might have a tech guy at the boot.
Hopefully he doesn't start playing though.
Got it all fixed. It's in. Ollie. Jungle. Dark Pact of Echo Saber first this game.
And now because of those kills, look at the net worth. Alliance is kind of all clumped up now as like middle pack 4K gold happily farming up together.
I need to talk.
Not really hitting the spell here. The missed arrow.
You get off.
Well played there from Mirage, making sure the set up from the book back.
Radiant's top
Every time I
tower
look
is
at
under
S4, I'm like,
attack.
how does he die in this game? Like, this Drow has like 3.5k gold.
Dire's
She's not
middle
really
tower
adapted,
is
right?
under
He's got
attack.
triple gauntlets, plus a hooded defiance. Unless he's like a groovy out of position where the Drow can just click, click, click the entire time.
Radiant structures
I feel like
are
this is a
fortified.
pretty sturdy looking Tide at this point in the
Radiant
game.
are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Trying to hold this tier 1 tower, proving very difficult to do so.
Dire's middle tower
Hustlers
has
will be able to
fallen.
take it. Quite had the Ravage back online yet, still 15 seconds. That's ready from S4.
1 point in living armor right now, so not really utilising that
Radiant's
bonus armor to keep these heroes alive against the slight stab of Mirage.
I've
Or even
got
the
eyes
towers
on
over top.
the fact that there's a triple ancient stack here.
That's a big stack to still. Taken away 1 so far.
Not really too easy for
No. I think it'd be pretty grief if they stayed around for it. If anything,
Yeah.
they can utilize their vision that they placed it. Handsken should be dewarding it though, and then look to maybe take the fight when they go to do it themselves on the line. I mean, neither team really wants to do Ancients other than Tide, but right now Tide's playing a very lane aggressive playstyle that he's always shoving in one lane. And if he was to retreat to the jungle, then he'd be conceding a little bit of farm. So he might go now to go farm them, especially with Dita Hustler's posturing. Offlane Panglare. already with the Diffusal Blade. I think for the Davai Lama, he's really excited to try and get this into something. The issue is his Drow isn't ready to fight, and the Ember, you get hit by one Overgrowth, hit by a Ravage or anything, it will be enough for that to kill him off. The Hustlers have to be careful how they enter this game. Even though they are the ones that want to be the aggressors, they have the items. They need to respect the Lion's ability to counterplay.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Got Alex and Angel being nice flying here for Charlie. Another a few fade bots. Coming in from Alliance, ponlo.
Dire's top tower
Way towards
is
the
under
top, see if we
attack.
can maybe set something up here.
We'll see those wards placed. They have a sentry in the tree.
Yes!
Mirage gonna be able to scout. Handsken with the sleight of fist. Notices in the tree line. Ponlo try and run. He's able to turn with the whack and scurry into the tree line. Davai Lama's able to find him. There he is. Shield crash will catch him.
Dire's top
Take him
tower
down.
is under attack.
That's just still here then. Looking
Radiant's
to see if they can
bottom
take the
tower
fight. No
is
TP
under
on
attack.
camera when he respawns there. One's taking bottom tier 2. Meanwhile, this is a lot of moves happening on the map right now for Alliance. Have to be careful. S4 can die if he's all by himself.
Diffusal Blade slides around the London. Not going to be able to get the angle for the arrow. Damage comes out. There's good team fight controlling from Alliance to allow them to take down 2 and maybe even Davai Lama as well. Charlie building up the essence shift stacks. They'll be able to get all of the kills there. 3 dead after the attempted fight. Mirage is still sticking around to try and finish off S4, but he hasn't got enough damage on his own to finish the tide. S4's fine. Well-held fight there by Alliance around their tier 1 tower. Some good ultimates from the Ravage into the Overgrowth.
Yeah, luckily for Alliance, S4 wasn't all by himself. You know, as soon as ChYuan hit bottom tier 2, he retreated back into the jungle. There was no vision there, and then he just, cheeky little TP that then enabled the turnaround. So I like the fact that for Alliance, the occasion was clearly happening. It was, I've showed bottom, chill for a second, I need to reset myself, and then as soon as the Leshrac was able to join the fight, that's when like the baiting them into the engagement, the oh look, I'm a tidal by myself, bam, the turnaround. Nice stuff from Alliance there, continuing to just kind of annoy Hustlers. They haven't allowed them to break the map at any point yet, and heroes, Tango, Ember, Drow, these are heroes that can just constantly take these fights, and they've not really been able to progress the map too well. Sure, mid-tier 1 falls, but not able to take this top tier 1 so clearly in 15
Dire's
minutes.
top tower is
Does
under attack.
scupper your ability to play the game. Might be able to get it for free now with no Ravage available. Still, it hurts if you're Hustlers. The fact that it took you this long to finally break down this tower.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That's the Bloodstone being popped by ChYuan.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Link dagger done. Fight. Charlie, Diffuse Blade pretty much finished off the Echo.
Yeah, it's gonna, I mean, Fusel Blade is insanely good against Tango and Ember. Like any of these heroes, if you jump on them for a second, their mana pool isn't too big, and you take away that key bit, and suddenly they can't maybe swash or remnant away. It's super disruptive. So yeah, Charlie, secretly been farming up, hasn't had to do much other than double kill top, and he'll happily join us right now. Tried to make the pounce onto the Ember, able to connect on it. He would have actually died if he pounced. Ponlo was in the area behind.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like Hustlers, they really want to make something happen. They're very active 60 minutes for a lineup that could have been rather aggressive.
Radiant are scanning.
Subtle
Into
bird.
the ultimates of Alliance.
Lama's a
Left
bit.
off the mark, Charlie. He's going to come in and onto Davai Lama to get the stun follow up. Davai Lama the first to fall.
Sweet abuse.
What's wrong?
Sharpshooter hit. Angel. Mirage have to cover the Invis room for now. Alliance just stepping forward. S4 looking for the opportunity to set up for a Ravage. Charlie gets in around the side on top of Angel, but not enough damage to kill Angel straight up. Couple of leaps and Angel's fine. He'll live. swap. S4 is going to follow up with the Ravage. Back into the Ravage, into the pounce, into the stone. We've got the stolen Ravage. It's fancy, but not enough to save their Embers. Mirage still goes down. Maybe they can find kills in return, though. Davai Lama comes in with a Rolling Thunder.
I did
And over towards another bounce back on towards ChYuan. ChYuan's healing up a little bit, not enough. ChYuan goes down. Charlie back in onto Angel.
Dire's
And
current
again, I mean,
has been
last time
killed.
Angel lived on. Is he really going to live again? He's actually going to live again, Angel. 2 times now that we've seen them go for this Marauder. And they've been 1 hit away from dying.
There we
Ponlo will
go.
be able to snipe him
You.
with the acorn shot. So finally able to take the Marauder down at least. So the Alliance at the end of that one do end up losing ChYuan and weren't quite able to finish the tier 1 tower. So that's just able to take something back from Alliance there on that team.
I'll never take back. When you look at the recap, it was 1,000 gold goes to the side of Alliance. The XP still goes to way of Alliance. 3 kills for the 1. Of course, Pango started the fight by dying and then respawned to the tail end of the engagement.
Radiant's
I think for Hustle, they got to be
bottom
very
tower is
careful,
under
especially
attack.
these initiations. Like Alliance, I mentioned it already. There's plenty of forms of counterplay in the I don't know, like pretty much every hero on Alliance. If someone jumps on top of them, they have a way of rebutting that moment of a breath. And yeah, Hustle's showing a little bit of rashness.
Will they get away with this?
I mean, they got a DD,
is
so
under attack.
they do it real quick, to be fair.
Not a very
They got Corrosion, they got the Lucky Shot, they got a DD, they got a Shard. Like, there is a scanner now. Alliance fully is aware of this occurring, but they're giving it up.
Yeah, they can't stop it. They'll set up the trading for the tier 1 tower mid.
Radiant's middle tower
They'll get
has
that.
fallen.
Hustlers, nice opening there with the DD being found. Shad sets them up to take Roche and get that Aegis into the hands of Mirage.
They're going to be even stronger for us. Everything we've been mentioning, like, it's all numbers. So now imagine if Ember jumps in, if he uses an Aegis for the Ravage, now Hustlers can like swarm in after. So this Aegis was a really good call to give themselves some breathing room in a game that felt like Alliance was slowly hitting that point where
What's up
they would
next?
become unkillable. Need to see Hustlers start to dictate a bit more of the game right now. They've tried to make these plays, but it's not really hit their stride. I'd argue they might want to wait for Ember BKB, and then you have Aegis plus BKB. Issue is it's about 1,400 gold away, so can you... Yes, actually you can. You can farm 1,400 pods in that time. About 4 minutes. Yeah, they've got plenty of time to use both Aegis and BKB.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
The Rubik's
attack.
Stolen Ravage is about to expire.
Dire's
Well, sweet
top
Ravage.
tower is under
God.
attack.
Could have pressed.
Yeah, true. He had full mana as well.
One last farewell on the Ravage. Before it goes. Well, I guess then you, because then if you stole it again, right, we're still good. You don't want to mess around with it.
But it would be fucking cool.
I'm gonna live, you can't live like that. You've got to live like you're about to steal it again.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got to be prepared for turning up to this fight and getting the steal. Find that fight. Find anyone inside their jungle right now.
Nice. Really nice map read there. I think that Hustlers are going to try and sweep through their own jungle, clear it out. Again. And the status quo. Does feel like Hustlers are respecting the need for BKB. Once BKB comes out, Celestiax has to be careful. The Tidehunter kind of falls off a little bit.
Never refuse
Ooh,
gold.
and from Charlie on how he enters the fight. Alliance, they need Charlie to jump in with his axe, bait out a key BKB, disengage, and then look for that secondary fight. Although Charlie isn't really hitting any counters right now. He just missed the second one by about
Of
40 degrees.
regeneration.
Over the way of Mirage.
Has a remnant out for now, so potentially could jump away.
And with the Aegis.
Nope. Missed that one by about 5 degrees.
That was close, that one.
He's calibrated.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Died to that sort of move. Fine. Very close. Skill to get. Locked down.
Shad, he's 300 gold away from BKB itself. It's going to be about, I'd say, once BKB comes out in courier, like 50-second window potentially, where double BKB on Hustlers.
ChYuan going pretty deep on this bottom lane push. Not got any, not ponlo by his side. That'll actually be enough to get him far enough away from Davai Lama at least. Mirage in with the haste rune. They'll sell for ponlo. They'll catch the hoodwink. Time's been more for Charlie to turn up with ChYuan. Looking for Mirage. And we'll get him with the pound. B and Aegis still there for the Ember Spirit. Putting up the Essence just stacks. Second catch onto Angel. And Ravage is there as well. Angel down. Same for Mirage. That's the Aegis gone. We'll have BKB ready on his second line. And he'll pop it. Wants to stick around and play aggressive though. Taking a lot of physical damage and the overgrowth's there. He'll get caught. Chooses to stand his ground and try and fight, but ends up in his own second death in that fight. Aegis gone and immediately dies after.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Alliance, they're looking for more now.
Radiant structures
Around coming in behind the tier 2 tower. They've got their eyes on Alex. Shad, really trying to help out with the multi-shot damage, but it isn't enough right now to stop Alliance from being able to finish off the Rubik. Continue the pressure onto this tier 2 with the group wave coming in as well, so it's going to be a good timing. Tier 2 going down 23 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
You can see from Alliance, they're so confident with these heroes. The way in which, Quinn gets jumped, it's like, cool, whatever. I think for Hustlers, 2 times now, this Pango and Mirana have tried to make incredibly optimistic plays in this game. First in the Rimmers S4, when they pushed him out of the jungle, and then again on the BKB Leshrac. I understand that they're trying to poke and prod and maybe bait out BKB, but the discipline from ChYuan, he just knows the damage that they can actually output. Lack of need to press it. And Alliance, they respond quite nicely. Be able to turn it around. Handsken, of course, with the overgrowth. Masters having most timing to apply some pressure there, but just getting outplayed in these bigger fights.
A tithe to the impurities.
Careful as well, even poking at Handsken. Back up behind him, Charlie. For the pounce. Now.
One thing is, anytime he actually hits that pounce when BKB's down, it's going to be a kill. Or he's going to have to trade the BKB charge, which Mirage doesn't really want to do in this game.
Find some sort of Alliance making cool.
What was it? They've gained 2 kills in the last, 10 minutes it feels like? Hustlers have just not been able to find anything in this game. Just dodging everything. And look at S4, right? He's got Greaves, he's got a pipe.
Radiant's bottom tower
Link after
is
this
under
into
attack.
a shard like this. His tide is going to be enabling his entire team. Even if they are caught to potentially rebuttal that initial. They can
Leading away. They'll get him with the bounce on the Davai Lama. The rolling thunder off. He looks to turn for the overgrowth. They'll hold him down. Alliance again making sure that Hustlers just struggle to get any sort of chance to make moves here in this mid.
Already on the minimap, the lines are drawn from ChYuan. It's like, guys, we just killed the Pango. Push out the top lane, push out the mid. Let's get in their faces. Don't give them any room to farm. Let's look at the minimap. Alliance after a kill top, they just swept across the entire map. They've occupied nearly 75% of this map, it feels like. Really just choking out Hustlers, and that's why this net worth lead is building.
Radiant are scared.
And I love the fact that Handsken is going for the big rush. Oh, they found it.
Quick kill. Charlie. About stepping up towards Shad, but the Moonlight Shadow comes out. That's what he used.
Radiant's middle
A bit more
tower
careful.
is
Maybe
under
not
attack.
over the backup of this team. They'll be able to force the BKB out from Shad. Need to look again. There's the Ravage. It's going to catch Mirage. Again, just catching the Ember Spirit very nicely here, Alliance. And also Angel is in trouble here. Alliance just cleaning up
Radiant's
kills,
top
and
tower is
Hustlers,
under attack.
it just feels like they're losing sort of the flow completely. They're not able to achieve much at all, or if anything, against Alliance at this point.
Are
Alliance,
fortified.
they're just completely controlling the game.
Are scanning.
It honestly feels like the Hustlers having to go from the Manaspa loss straight away to the series. They just don't have the same level of,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
confidence. It feels like whilst Alliance, obviously they had the break, they saw the series, they've been able to, adjust, knowing kind of the reality of the situation. The Hustlers, this isn't the Hustlers that we've seen throughout the DPC tour. It's rough, but Alliance, they have been improving non-stop, and this is a really good game for them at least. The confidence that they're exuding from pick-off to pick-off.
Absolutely full-on aggression here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's in the mid. Chains hold on to Charlie. Proud of Remnant as well, but not wanting to jump in on this. They just struggling to sort of have the tools to deal with the slot right now. 4-0-10. Charlie's going to be on his way towards the BKB. I mean, when he's got that done, he's going to be pretty much invincible this game. The lead that he has. Yeah,
and Charlie, he did a really nice thing. He, of course, with the Echo Saber, he disassembled for Ags. He rebought the Echo Saber, then he disassembled again for the BKB. So every time he bought his items, it was always pushing towards his next aggressive item, or his next item to allow him to play aggressively. So no, I like the way that Charlie's played. And don't forget, this is a slot game where, realistically, how do they lock down a slot to kill him off? They don't have a clean point-and-click stun. If Charlie jumps in, as long as he puts Dark Pack, then he can quickly dispel with the lift from the Rubik, let's say, or that's pretty much it. You rarely can rely on a Pangolier. Charlie is playing as if he is unkillable, because he practically is, other than him misplaying on his own hero, but so far hasn't really been doing that. 4-0-10.
I trust everyone was out of sight.
Running at the mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Feels like it's been a while since we've seen them anything from Alliance in this game.
Feels like they're just scrambling to get some farm hustlers and hoping for some big high ground defense where they get to enable Shad to A-click. Maybe a scenario where Charlie goes one pounce too far, gets to the maybe tier 3, tier 4 range, baits his team a little bit further, and that might be a couple of different take a big fight. But as you see here, I don't think they're expecting to try and win any engagement. Angel picked off quite quickly, and Chad already, look, he's to mid lane. Mirage is running to bot, like, don't worry guys, bomb. And Roshan probably could fall to Alliance quite easily right now if they wanted to go there. Shad available.
So I mean, if they don't do it super quick, then it's only going to favour them if Hustlers try and walk into a team fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Alliance more than ready to take any sort of action that gets sent their way.
I think this shard you probably give to Charlie. He doesn't have his own shard at the moment. I know it's in his quick buy, but yeah, you give the shard to Charlie and suddenly no one's down this team. If the Celestiax jumps, you just throw the depth shroud on him. It makes it even harder. Like, Ricky Marauder combos and the Marauder, if you can play Slark, it's so hard to play. Depth shroud is so important. And the value of Slark, you're seeing it here now. He's baiting out these BKBs. Like, there is no world where Charlie can actually kill him solo, right? But there is a scenario that if there's someone behind, so he has to respect it, he has to BKB.
Angel getting caught this time by ChYuan. Continuing to just hold that top spot in net worth. Incredibly stacked on the left track. Full Shiva's guard done.
I feel like S4. Like, I don't want to, like, he plays Centaur, he plays Tide, and when he's on these heroes, it's like vibes, you know? Insane vibes. Even his Tide. I think his Tide's better than his Centaur, actually, at this point.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'd like to see him pick up the Shard and play on the Tendrils. Super important to give Tide playability outside of Ravage. So far, his itemization and his playstyle has been pretty fun to watch, sorry.
It's out very shortly. Chad has got his Silver Edge done. If Hustlers do manage to find a situation in which Alliance, as you say, go a bit too deep, lay down the damage.
Right, so they got really nice positioning. Your S4 in one lane, Slark in the other, and then double supports just kind of
Radiant's
punking the
bottom
tree lane.
tower is
Close
under
enough to
attack.
either of them that if they were to initiate on Slark, you have the turnaround. They jump the tide, you have that support turnaround. Meanwhile, you have ChYuan with the boots to travel, the BKB and the Aegis all by himself on the other side of the map. I think Alliance have really set up this kind of at least lane pushing really nicely to prevent Hustlers just quick pickup opportunity. S4 though.
Look at onto him in return. A lot of damage onto Shad. Pounce is going to be off the mark though from Charlie, not able to catch Angel. See if Hustlers can get more from this.
Leave no trace.
Sharpshooter hit onto Charlie. Step out the base and look to high ground. Then they'll look to see if they can turn this into anything else. Moonlight Shadow popped. Nice kill, Gino, to get S4 after a long period where they weren't able to get anything at all. Can they do anything more with this? Probably looking unlikely still. How far behind they are.
Sea of wards. Like, look at the minimap. It is just ward after ward after ward. Every single lane has a ward. So no matter what Hustlers do, unless there's smoke, you're gonna see them. I just praised the Lions on a really cool map setup. And the moment I finish, the supports just kind of wander away from S4 and he's like, come on. You're so good.
The Mirage here in the trees will force his BKB out. Down his ground though, the arrow does connect onto ChYuan. Down here from Slark, giving ChYuan some sort of safety, but Davai Lama still in with the Rolling Thunder. It's going to be ChYuan down once. Go for a round two.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Handsken going to jump forward, there's the upgrade. He's caught Mirage and he's caught Alex.
Scour.
And that's Mirage down with that buyback. And look at ChYuan go, he's just diving in. Up to the tier 4. That's both cores down without buyback, team.
What's the
Radiant's
full?
bottom tower
Mid lane
is
to
under
full?
attack.
Bot lane to full? Top should be fine from the tier 2, but this easily could be 2 racks. You've got the left rack. I don't know how much time they could really do. If Alliance wants to respect them, then maybe they back out after one, but at this point, I'll let her head a little bit.
Straight in they go, looking for Davai Lama, they're going to get him.
Radiant's
So you see
bottom
it, team
tower
wipe
is
here,
under attack.
everybody dead on Hustlers.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Got Edict back up again, so it should be S1's mid lane.
Thank you.
Radiant's bottom
A really good game from Alliance so far. It has been
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
a really solid
Radiant
performance. Move
structures
together,
are
play
fortified.
together, enable each other through the
Radiant's
aggression,
middle
poke out the
tower is under
BKBs,
attack.
never allow Hustlers to connect on a smoke. Second fortification coming in, so that will deter Alliance from going for 2 racks. Fully respecting that potential buyback. Alliance, they realize that this is their game to win, up by 22k gold. 24 kills, 30 minutes.
Going out.
Regeneration.
Overwhelming. Absolutely. 25,000. One of them. Next levels of farm, really.
For Hustlers and they shouldn't have lost to Alliance, and now they get to a best of 1 again. It's like they're going to lose to them again potentially.
Radiant's
Maybe
top tower is under attack.
Destiny. Alliance is actually just the better team. We'll see if they can close it out, but
They're very convincing so
We
far from Alliance. 23k lead.
Radiant's top tower
Having
has
quite
fallen.
the hold on this
Dire
game.
are scanning.
Now on to Ponlo. Step out the base to take him out.
Like it for being distracted.
I think Alliance is used to this at this point. Poor old Ponlo is he's off on his lonesome now and again.
He's in. Man with the BKB has to come out from Mirage. Dance here for Charlie. He stands his ground, and there's the root. Holds in Mirage. As Mirage has nowhere to go. Down again for a full minute shot. Down to the BKB. That's actually Charlie dead. Ravage is there from S4. ChYuan commit with the BKB himself over towards Davai Lama. He's going to opt for the TP out. He'll make it away. But they take down Charlie. Slark, yet to die this game, right? That's the first time he's gone down. They will manage to kill him.
Gold.
Yeah, I mean, he had the depth shroud available, just wasn't able to get it off. Double check, did he get perfectly CC'd? Yeah, it was a mind breaker into a lift, into then an arrow, and then died. So just a perfect set of spells there from Hustlers to be able to kill off at a very elusive.
They fetch a
And
reasonable
I'd say you have to be
price.
careful. Like, this game, it's like, what is it? 90% they should be winning it. I don't know what, you know, win probability is saying right now, but it should be favoring Alliance quite a lot. But these types of plays, if they get a little bit relaxed, suddenly the Stroud gets one more item, and she's able to position. Like,
Yeah.
you have to respect the Hustler's drive.
There we go.
now.
Yeah, that rapier.
She's already queued it up.
Let's go. Silver Edge rapier. I mean, why not? You know, what do you got to lose? This is your last game. You got to go out with a bang. And Divine Rapier next up for Shad would be. I mean, I hope we get to see it. He's got a fair bit of money to build up before he can afford it, but the dream has been set here.
I'm here for this timeline, man. Just imagine the story. Hustlers down 23,000 gold. They get one pick off onto a slug. Somehow the confidence of a rapier builds in. No, I could see it. This could go down in Division 2 history. Realistically, Alliance should just be winning this game. It's their game to lose. I'll put it that way.
I mean, I didn't see. Did we get the Dota Plus up on screen?
I don't think we did. No, we didn't.
I mean, you're right. It's got to be. It's got to
It's
be
gonna be
the
like
90s.
90. It's 90% minimum, right?
It's 99. This is a 1%. If this 1% game gets a rapier, you know, on Shad and then a turnaround, that'll be quite something. But it
What do you think rapier does to win percentage? Do you think like rapier bumps it up to like 3-4%? Like, what's your history of rapiers being bought win probabilities?
No, actually, I don't know what the kind of the recent win rate is of rapier.
It's not too much, to be fair. It's actually quite low. I mean, ever since the whole True Strike change and the Medusa's doing it,
sure,
like,
yeah.
rapier has fallen off of it. But
Yeah, maybe,
I'd say
maybe
bump up
fingers
to
crossed for a
5%,
rapier
yeah.
change in the match.
Ooh, yeah, maybe. I like that.
Or more items that drop on death. Let's have more of those. I like those.
That's pretty cool. We have gem and rapier. Yeah,
Some
I think, like,
sort
one
of
more.
like spell casting rapier. You know what I mean? Like some sort of insane spell act. Hello. Gets a jump on Charlie. They have a change on Charlie. Oh my goodness, he's able to get the BKB off just in time. There's still a multi-shot causing issues. A bit of a BKB shot on for Shad. There's Handsken. Gets the catch on them. That's going to be Angel going down. Mirage has to run. He's caught by the Southern Nature's guard. ChYuan just popping out the damage. Shad goes for the TP out. They'll get him. Trent jumps in. Triple kill for him. 4 dead on Hustlers. It got very, very close there. And it's there.
GG and disconnect.
Well, let's get the order right. More disconnect than GG. But there it is. That's it. That's this game over and done with. Alliance, they will win this final best of the one. And, you know, bittersweet, of course. They don't make it to Division 1, but they do end up 3rd in Division 2. And